Kia ora, baribabes. Welcome back to another Baribabes podcast, a space where we go beyond the surgery, beyond the scales, and into the mindset, habits, and heart of what it really takes to live your best life after weight loss surgery. I'm your host, Lauren Pete, bariatric nurse specialist, mindset coach, and someone who's walked this journey just like you. The messy parts, the healing, and everything in between. This episode is one that's going to hit close to home today. Self-care is beyond the scales, because surgery changes your body, but you still have to change your life. And that life, it starts with how you care for yourself, especially when no one else is looking. Let's start with this. You are more than a number, and yet how often do we measure our worth by what flashes up on the scales? I know I did. I've seen it time and time again, and I've lived it too. The weight drops, the compliments roll in, but inside you're battling with the same self-talk, the same emotional fatigue, the same urge to turn to food when things get overwhelming. And if we're not caring for our mental and emotional well-being, those old patterns don't just sneak back in, they shove the door wide open, and you're just feeling overwhelmed and like you can't make a good choice. There was a time in my life shortly after having my baby where I was running on empty. No sleep, no time, no structure. I was depleted. The emotional reserves were gone, just gone. I'd be driving home from the supermarket, running errands, and somehow I'd end up at McDonald's drive-thru again and again and again, like clockwork. It was like I'd programmed myself to go there because for those 10 minutes, the salty fries and the soft serve in my hand, I felt the dopamine hit. I felt good. I felt like I was enjoying life again. A tiny piece of control, a slice of comfort, and then the guilt would come, and I'd say, oh my gosh, why did I just do that? I just can't believe I did that again. Okay, no more. I'm not doing it. No tomorrow, I'm not doing it. But the next day, like clockwork, I was there again. Because I wasn't eating McDonald's out of hunger. I was eating it out of depletion. I didn't need more food. I needed more self-care. I needed rest. I needed emotional support. I needed to fill my cup. But I didn't know how to do it. So I turned to what was easy. I ignored more and more of what I really needed. And the deeper I got, the more I got caught in that cycle. And that's the danger of neglecting self-care. You don't notice at first. You're just getting through. Until one day, the things that you swore you'd never go back to become your comfort zone again. So what does real self-care look like? It's not always glamorous. It's not always cute. Sometimes self-care is saying no to the drive-thru and yes to pulling over and taking 10 deep breaths. Sometimes it's skipping a workout to rest your body. Sometimes it's booking a doctor's appointment you've been avoiding or going to the dentist. It's choosing you even when it's hard. And actually particularly when it's hard. And then there's another version of this that I know many of you will relate to because I've been there too. There was a season where I'd find myself detouring to the dairy after work on the way home. Just a quick stop. I'd tell myself I'd pick up a chocolate bar or two, maybe a packet of chippies. And by the time I got home, they were gone. Rapids, hidden, shoved deep into my handbag, tossed into the public bin on the way home. I'd walk in the door pretending I hadn't eaten. Then I'd sit down to dinner like everything was normal, smiling, engaging, but inside I was heavy with guilt. I was hiding shame eating from my husband. It wasn't just about the food, it was about the secrecy, the shame, the way I was hiding myself and from my husband. And I think that's a big one, is that he knew. Like, they all know. And again, this wasn't about a lack of willpower, it was a lack of care. I was running on autopilot. I wasn't checking in with myself. I wasn't giving myself the space that I needed to feel what I needed to feel. The sneak eating wasn't the problem, it was the symptom. The real issue, I had stopped showing up for myself, for me. So how do we change this? How do we shift from reactive to intentional? Here are 7 self-care activities you can plan into your week starting today. Check in with yourself in the morning. No phone, just 5 to 10 minutes of quiet reflection. How am I feeling? What do I need today? Is my energy high enough to function today? Or do I need to eat really well to support myself through the day? Do I need to check in with a friend and be like, hey, I just need some extra support today? What do you actually need? Plan your week with you in mind, not just meal prep and appointments. Schedule your joy, your rest, your space. Make sure that you are enabling yourself to have the best possible week. Midweek movement. A walk, dance break, or stretching. Move your body for your mind, not just your weight. If you use Exercise as a crutch after surgery to keep your weight off. You're one injury away from regain. Unplug evenings. One night a week, just no screens. Just you, a book, or silence. Recharge. Mindful eating ritual. Pick out one meal and make it special. Candles, music, no distractions. Just something really wonderful where you're like, that actually was really nice. Post-it pep talks. Stick affirmations on your mirror, your fridge, your car, wherever you look all the time. Speak to yourself like someone you love. I think it's really easy. We get caught in this cycle of self-hate and just, I don't like you. I don't like what you're doing. But actually when we start to pep ourselves up, give ourselves the talks, that means that we can boost our energy, boost our want and drive to do the things that make us happy rather than getting all stuck in that self-defeating cycle. Protect your energy. So boundaries are so, so important. Say no to what drains you and yes to what lifts you. And I know that's easier said than done, but it is so, so, so important. You didn't go through all this, the surgery, the recovery, the hard work, just to change a number on the scales. You did this to be free, to finally live your life. And that starts with how you care for you. The sneaky habits, the drive-thrus, the detours, they don't define you, but they do show you you're depleted. And instead of shame, let's meet these moments with compassion and then plan to do better. Because the scale, it'll fluctuate. It always does. Depends on where you are at in your month even. But how you show up for yourself, that's what determines you for long-term success. If this episode felt like a warm hug or a wake-up call, I'd love to hear from you. Flick me an email, send me a message and tell me how you're doing and how you're prioritising you this week. And please share this episode with a baribabe who might need a gentle reminder that she is more than a number. She is whole, she is powerful, and she is wonderful. And if you're a man, I am talking to you too, because just because I'm talking to the woman right now, I know that women are chronically not great at taking care of themselves, but also if you are a man and you're like, yeah, actually I get this, I am putting everything on the line and all the time giving everything in myself and I need to prioritize me, then this is absolutely applies to you too. Until next time, take care of yourself, like really, really take care of yourself. You deserve it. And I'll catch you in the next episode. Bye.